we're gonna have our little angel start cooking. Is Ash moving the camera?
大家好，我是 Aaron 小皇帝。
We're gonna have our little angel start cooking. Is Ash moving the camera? Yeah. We're gonna try some of my childhood, mainly my childhood instant noodles today. Yeah, so we're gonna see what you think of them. Yeah, and then they're all over here, except for one of them is something that I like in the recent years.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're gonna try and then see what you think of them.
Well, noodles we don't have in the UK.
Oh,
Although I've been in Singapore for 7 years. Since I've left, I think noodles got cool. I think ramen is a big deal in the UK now. But when I was there, you know, I had noodles maybe twice. Once when I was a student, and I got this sort of microwave packet, and then I also got a little packet of black bean sauce. Mixed it together, it was horrible. And I just thought that was what noodles were. Like, oh, why are these guys eating noodles? They're horrible. Why would you do that? So it's only since I've come to Singapore that I've started very slowly to actually eat noodles, maybe in the last year or so.
okay. Oh, in the last year or so? Wow.
Yeah, I wasn't a noodle guy because
Okay.
I'd been put off by my experiences. But yeah, I'm getting there.
Okay. So do you usually like your noodles like dry or soup?
I like soup.
Okay.
I like noodles in movies. So you know the movie Parasite?
Okay.
And they use the really expensive beef and then they mix it up with the noodles. I've never had that, but that looks delicious. I'd like
okay.
to try
So
that.
that one is more like a saucy noodle.
Saucy noodle, that's
Yeah.
right. Ooh.
We don't have it today, but yeah, if you like it, then next time we can prepare it for you.
Do that with the most expensive beef chop you can get. Yeah, thanks.
Share a little bit of fun fact about ramen on instant noodle. Do you know that instant noodle used to be more expensive, used to be a luxury item?
Really?
Yeah, because it lasted longer than normal noodles like udon, and so it can be kept for longer.
Okay.
Then the commoners noticed this, so they started making it, and then slowly it became cheaper than regular noodles. So these are from my childhood, so I'm not sure if they've changed the formula, whether they're any much more healthier now, but
Okay.
yeah. This is the first one that we're going to try.
With chicken and abalone.
Yeah, fancy.
Oh my goodness.
They are very famous for their like one particular seasoning which used to be not so common, which is fried shallot. Yeah, but now fried shallot is very common. This one is actually a very old brand that we have. It's called Tong Yi. Or yeah, it's from Uni President. I didn't even know the English name until I read it earlier. Usually, how long does instant noodle do you need to cook it?
Only because I can see 3 minutes written on the back.
But this
I
one,
wouldn't
but
have-
in general, do you know?
No idea.
In general, it's 3 minutes. Do you know why?
Why is that?
Actually, over the years, they can speed up the process of cooking the noodles faster. But they say 3 minutes is a good psychological time for you to really feel that you want to eat the noodles. So by the time you cook it,
Interesting.
wow, I was like, oh, I'm like really hungry, really. Yeah. So that was an interesting fact that I learned as well.
That's a good fact.
Yeah, yeah. So all the noodles here, except for 2, are 3 minutes. Yeah, so we have this one which is 2 minutes and this one which is 7 minutes. You can't really see them now, but we will see them later. You can take a look at this one
chicken
first.
and abalone flavour.
Yeah.
What is the flavour of an abalone?
Quite plain actually. It's
Why
a
is
bit
it so-
salty, you know.
They're
And
super expensive, right? Abalone. Why is it so expensive? Is it the flavour? Is it the texture? It's got some.
No,
sort
I
of
think it's because the
quality.
harvesting.
Okay.
I assume that it's just artificial flavoring lah.
Okay.
Yeah, so because instant noodles are relatively very cheap, so you know, usually a lot of people would think that they will just put water and put the noodles, so the water should be boiling. I mean, across most recipes are like that. So it's boiling water. You cook the noodles first, then you add the seasoning last.
Oh, okay.
Most of the instructions are like that.
Mm.
Yeah. So I always thought that I should put the seasoning in first so that it takes a longer time to mix with the water. But apparently it's like when you put the seasoning last, it's more flavorful. Have you heard of the fire noodle challenge?
No.
No? No. Okay, so there is this noodle challenge I think about 2-3 years ago. And it's a Korea fire noodle, instant noodle that is very spicy. And if you can finish the whole instant noodle without drinking water, you succeed in the challenge.
What do you get? A glass of water, glass of milk.
Honor and glory.
Honor and glory.
So for the very first packet we're going to try is actually this one.
Okay.
Yep. So this is the abalone chicken flavor. Yep. And inside there is 2 packets of seasoning, which is the fried shallot, and they are like peppery with spring onion kind of seasoning. Yeah. So I'm gonna add it in. I tend to add very little water into my noodles because I usually want it more flavorful, which is not a very healthy thing to do. Okay.
What's the consistency you're going for with the water?
I usually just fill it up above the noodles.
Okay.
Yeah, but by right you're supposed to follow the instruction, which is usually about 2.5 cups of water.
Okay. What time of day do you eat noodles?
Anytime. I think supper is something that a lot of people will do because it's very late, and you know you don't want to go out. You just want to like have something to eat. Let's say if you wake up late and then you want to eat something but you don't want to go out. So noodles is really anytime. It's so convenient.
I feel like the eyes of Singapore are on me. Eating my noodles now. Do I have to slurp? I have to.
You can do you. But traditionally in Japan, the louder you slurp means the more delicious it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But in China, it's like, why are you eating so loudly?
Oh.
So it really depends on where you are. In UK, do you all eat quietly?
Springy noodles. Not much taste. That's abalone for you.
How do you usually like your noodles? Do you like them more soft or do you like them...
I don't know how they're supposed to be. You know, pasta I would have slightly al dente, so I guess noodles, if that's how it's supposed to be. I mean, if I'm eating noodles, I may be ordering it on a popular food delivery app, which will not be named for commercially sensitive reasons. But by that time, it's normally a bit soft anyway, isn't it, by the time it arrives?
That's true, especially for noodles. Whether it's dry or soup, it's just very hard for delivery. Because if it's dry, it all clumps up. And with soup, it will absorb all the soup and it becomes very soggy or mushy, you know? Yeah.
That's how the noodles are when I order them. So I assume that's how it's supposed to be, to be honest.
No, you should really go to where the noodles are. And then, yeah, we will do it next time. It's a very light flavor. Nothing too fanciful. This is like your very basic kind of noodles.
I would not order this one. This is not salty, which is a positive. A bit bland.
Yeah, so you will not order this. Okay, so out of like 10, how many points would you give this? Hey, where's the packaging? Oh, it's here.
I would give this a 4 out of 10.
4 out of 10, okay. So it says 450 cc of water. Or maybe we add too much water, I'm not sure. And do you know that in some places they actually eat the noodles uncooked, they eat it raw?
I seen this on Netflix with David Chang. He chomps them. It's like an after-school treat for kids or
Yeah,
something.
so what happens, we just open the seasoning and then we will just eat it. You want to try it?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, this one, how I see it is those that is like fried are the ones that I will try it.
Okay.
Those that are like oven baked,
Not so good.
Yeah. So let's try this again. So the fried ones, you can see that they're usually more brown.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how we usually do this is the 2 packets of seasoning, we will not add the oil. We will just add this, and because it's dry, usually instead of going full packet, I will usually add half a packet. Okay, let's try this while we put this aside.
Wow, it's magic. That just disappeared off screen. That's CGI for you nowadays. Amazing how you did that.
That's TV magic for you. So what we do is just add half a packet of the seasoning, and then we'll crush it.
Ooh, okay.
And then we just shake it up.
All right.
Maybe you have to shake 3 minutes too. No, just kidding.
Bouncing.
Okay, then you just pick it up with your fingers and just eat it. I'm not sure if I added enough. We try see whether there's any flavor. See whether it's nice.
It's okay. It's like a potato chip. Nice.
Yeah. So it's not, I find that it's not suitable for all types of instant noodle, but this brand, you can eat it raw. I like it. Some of them is like very bland. This one has like a little bit of saltiness. In fact, it tastes nicer than when it's not cooked.
Yummy. Whoa, you can smell the seasoning now. Is that like a chickeny smell?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Delicious with the seasoning. Wow. The perfect snack.
It's game changing, right? I can really see that you like the uncooked one.
Yeah, I could put the TV on, crack open a packet of noodles, smashed up with some chicken stock on top. It's fantastic. Much nicer like this. This is a great snack.
So sometimes, even though it's a soup flavor, I like to make it dry as well. So just cook it, pour away the water, then same, I'll pour half a packet of the seasoning, and then eat it dry.
It's great.
Yeah, and you know that instant noodles are really, really very long. If you really stretch it out, yeah, it's gonna be like
To the moon and back.
probably not that long, but yeah, yeah. And they kind of make it wavy so that it can be compact. At the same time, because of the wavy shape, it cooks easier.
Oh, okay. A lot of thought put into this.
Exactly. Yeah. So the next noodle is just have to cook for like 2 minutes. Yeah. So we just have to. Usually, I will just once the noodles are about to separate, I would just stop the fire.
Okay.
Because they will continue to cook with the heat. Okay. The next noodle is done. This is a very long time brand as well. This is the Maggi OG curry flavor. And this one only takes about 2 minutes to cook with 11 real spices inside. So this is really a childhood to me. You can take a look.
So this is Japanese, is it, Maggie?
No, this is Malaysia or Indonesia.
Oh, okay.
But it's very popular. So the noodles are fairly more white than you see. And this is the curry flavor. So I'm just going to add in the curry.
Wow, 11 spices, paprika, coriander, cumin, aniseed. There must be star anise. Ginger.
You can
Cardamom, nutmeg, fenugreek, clove,
see
turmeric, and chili.
Before I mix in, it's fairly white. Okay, the curry is really coming out. Can you smell it?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that smells good.
And now the whole thing is red.
It's very orange.
I realize you're more careful this time because the last time you spilled.
I did. Let's show this to the camera.
Okay, we're gonna try it. You can smell it.
Oh, it's a very strong smell.
Yeah.
And you can see around the edge of the bowl, when you sort of move the stock around, it leaves a sort of residue behind.
Yeah. Shall we dig in?
Bon appetit.
Yeah. I should do a bit more so. Generally, I feel that soup ramen, the noodles are a bit more bland because the flavor don't stick to the noodles. But you get the satisfaction after eating the noodles and drinking the soup.
So all of these soup noodles.
No, we have some dry ones for you to try later.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it too spicy for you?
Not too spicy, but there's a lot of flavour there. My goodness. I could see myself watching TV Sunday afternoon with a bowl of this.
Add an egg.
And an egg, yeah. On a rainy day in particular. It's a rainy day food, this.
And nowadays there are microwavable pots, the silicone ones or the plastic ones that you could put in the microwave. If you're too lazy even to turn on the hot, you just microwave it.
Microwave it, wow. Oh, spicy. 7.5 out of 10.
Oh, 7.5 out of 10. You don't have to finish everything I give you, you know?
Oh, great job to the makers of Maggi, which is Nestle. My girlfriend works for an airline that will remain nameless. They serve pot noodles on board. Apparently when Singapore passengers fly, as soon as the first pot noodle is ordered by a customer, everyone else can smell it. Ding, 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 ding. All the lights go off. Oh, I have pot noodle, I have a pot noodle.
I think it's the same where like the cup noodles, similar. And I think it's a conspiracy. Somebody is working there. Purposely, deliberately order one so that everybody else. some reason, there's always one person that will order, and then the whole plane starts ordering.
And allegedly, it tastes better in the air than on the ground.
Exactly.
We have a team of chefs working on this show today. You can't see it out of sight, but there are 4 chefs at the moment. They're all sweating. Got another order in.
Yeah,
Gordon Ramsay shouting in the background. Where is it?
The next noodle that we're gonna try is actually my mom's favorite. It's actually a Malay flavor.
Okay.
It's mee soto, but this is mee hoon soto.
Okay.
So mee hoon is like a vermicelli noodle. So it's your white rice noodle that is thinner.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think it has a more or less like a chicken flavor.
How do you say this? Myojo?
Myojo, yes.
Myojo?
Yeah.
Where's this from? Thailand.
It's actually under nissin as well.
And what's nissin? Is that Japanese?
Nissin, Japanese.
Okay, great. What does soto mean?
I'm not sure. Maybe I should Google this.
3 days later.
Okay, so soto is a traditional Indonesian soup.
Okay.
Mainly broth, meat, and vegetable.
Okay.
It tastes like chicken flavored noodles to me. Yeah. But this one, adding the chili and not adding the chili, I think it makes a very big difference. 好了，今天的影片就到这。如果喜欢的话呢，不要忘记按赞、点阅跟关注哦。你也可以去看我之前的影片。最后不要忘了转发跟分享给你亲朋好友哦。我们下一次影片再见，我是小皇帝。